Hey guys, Mark Cunningham at Grace Property Management. One of the questions I'm often asked by PMs is, hey, how do you follow up on prospective owner leads? If they come into your office, what's the strategy? Do you make a phone call? How many times? What should that look like? So let me offer you kind of 5 best practices around owner lead follow-up. So the email comes in or the phone rings, what do you do? Well, number one, and this is kind of the easy one, right? But have an email template that pushes to your website. So your website should be built to answer the most frequently asked questions you hear, everything from how much do you charge, to how quickly do I get my money, to how do you evict a bad tenant. If your website has that information on there, you will save yourself time because you won't have to verbally answer those questions or through email. So have that email response, whether it's automated, right? The email comes in and boom, it just automates out a response, or whether you have a copy-paste template you email out, that's up to you. But let's make sure we're getting that out every single time, quickly. Number 2, get on the phone. Even if the inquiry comes in by email, yes, email them back, but internally for us, we want to get on the phone. Why? Because that potential client is a relationship. It's not a transaction, it's a relationship. And you can't form a relationship through email. You just can't. So you need to screen that owner client. And screening is hard to do through email correspondence. But you can tell a lot more about a person and how strong this potential relationship is going to be when you are on the phone. So if they're hesitant to get on the phone with you, push. Because when things go bad down the road with an owner client, if you don't have some rapport with them, some verbal rapport, it's going to be harder to fix things. So we push to get on the phone and have a phone conversation to ensure that we're going to be a good fit for what their expectations are, and they're going to be a good fit for what we want in an owner client. Now, this question comes up a lot. Mark, how many times should I reach out? Right? The email comes in or the call comes in and I call them back and they don't answer, so I leave a message, and I call back the next day again and I leave a message, and then should I wait another day? Should I call them 7 times? How many times should I call? Well, I've got a strong opinion on that, but before I tell you what my opinion is, let me introduce you to expertise.com, the sponsor for this video. Now, if you're not familiar with expertise.com, they do what we're talking about. They make the phone ring. They're a listing service online for PM companies like you and like me. So when this video's over, I want you to go to our sponsor page and I want you to watch the video where I tell you who Expertise is, why we use them. Because if you Google Denver property management, guess who comes up in the top couple spots? Expertise.com, and they do in your market as well. They are a free listing and scoring service for PM companies. You need to get on their service. Tell them Mark sent you, they'll take care of them, but do that as soon as this video is over. Okay, so back to this question. How many times should you return call? Now, I've talked to a lot of PM companies. They say, hey, you know what, it takes 8 touches before most clients will work with you. Or you know what, we put them in and every day they get a new email update from us, so we remind them that we're here and come back around. And I get that, I understand that. However, we take a little different take on that. See, we're the experts and they know how to get a hold of us. So what we do, if that phone call comes in or that email comes in, we're going to email them and we're going to follow up with a phone call, and they don't answer, so we leave a message. And we'll follow up about 2 days later with another phone call. And that second phone call is going to sound like this. Hey Bill, this is Marc at Grace Management. You had called the other day. I wanted to see if I could catch you one more time. I won't bother you anymore. Did you hear that? I won't bother you anymore, but if you have any further questions or we can be a resource, you know how to get a hold of us. Click. Okay. 2 times. We will make a phone call 2 times, but no more. Now, some of you are saying, Mark, you're stupid. You're an idiot because you got to call. And I understand that, but this leads us to number 4. Don't chase. Because if you have to call them 5 times and leave a message, do you know what that smells like? Can you smell? It smells like desperation. Suddenly you're desperate. Suddenly they're in charge because you're going into the, oh, pick me mode. That's a terrible mode to be in. You're the expert. If they want to get a hold of you, they know how to get a hold of you. Can you imagine? Let's look at a different industry. Imagine if you're a surgeon, an expert, respected, trusted surgeon, and a potential customer, a patient, calls the surgeon and says, hey, I think I want you to operate on me. I'm going to choose you to be my surgeon. And the surgeon says, oh, okay, great. And the surgeon tries to call him back and they don't answer. Maybe the surgeon calls him again. Is the surgeon going to call them 7 times and be like, hey, I'm hoping I can operate on you. Please choose me. No. That's not how we're going to operate. We're the professionals. We're the experts. They know how to get a hold of us. They know where we are. And we don't want to chase. We don't want to sound desperate. Now, you say, well, but what about those ones that they do go dark? Like you just don't hear from them again. Well, in that case, you do want to have some type of a follow-up system. So for us, we use a drip email campaign. For us, it's just one time per month because we're not going to inundate them. It's going to be one time per month. We're going to take their email address, we're going to put it into our drip campaign. One time per month, they're going to get an email. Now, this is important. It's a content-based educational email. It's not a, hey, remember me? Hey, I'm so great, please choose me. No. It's education-based content. Now, we don't have time right now to talk about education-based content. You can go back into some of our other videos or go onto our video page on propertymanagementsystem.org. Go onto the video page, and in the search bar there, you can just type in the word owner. And we have all sorts of videos like this that will tell you kind of some best practices on owner communication, how to market. And if you want to go even deeper, check out our marketing. We have a marketing training. It tells you exactly how we market from a start to finish as well. And in our video coaching per month, if that's something you want to check into from a deeper standpoint, if you like this, subscribe to that and you'll get that on a deeper level every single month. But you need to make sure that you're not chasing as it relates to owner leads. You follow up promptly, you follow up quickly, you follow up professionally, but don't chase.